Frank Napolitano's here from mortgagebrokersottawa.com. How are you?
Very well.
Listen, thanks for yesterday. We had a great time out there. We were all partnered up as part of the Kevin Haim tournament for kids.
Great tournament.
Yeah, good time.
Amazing tournament. Raised some good money for some excellent causes.
Frank and his partner, Kent Brown, won the B division.
We did. You won. You came third in
the A division.
So
what a day for us, eh? For our foursome.
It was a great day.
Listen,
great night too, by the way.
Yeah, it was, and they raised a lot of money. We're waiting for the final total, but they raised a lot of money to get kids.
I was talking about the hockey, but it was a great night anyway. But
Frank is not a Leaf lover at all.
Not at all.
Okay, let's talk about the subject of the day, my friend, and that's recreational properties. We're talking about cottages and so on. Right?
People looking at buying cottages. You know, Leaf fans have lots of time to do that now. You get another shot in there, but cottages, buying cottages, and a lot of people think it's much different to finance a cottage property when in reality it really isn't. It's as long as the property meets the guidelines that the lenders are looking for, and the only thing that normally gets in the way would be it's either in a floodplain, it's a designated floodplain, or it's a three-season cottage. And some banks or lenders don't like the three-season cottage.
Why that?
They want a four-season. Well, the three-season cottage, again, from a marketability standpoint, it's not as marketable as a four-season would be. So, but again, you know, that even comes down to the strength of the borrower, because a really strong borrower, as far as the bank's concerned, they'll make that exception and be able to lend on a three-season cottage.
Does this become a separate mortgage altogether, or are there different ways of going about it?
Well, most people will, depending if they have the equity in their own home, they may just finance it with their own home, and avoid the appraisal of that property, because in many cases the recreational properties do require an appraisal from the bank. But you know, if you've got a mortgage on your current residence and you don't have enough equity, it doesn't stop you from financing the cottage property as well.
Right, as a separate residence.
As a separate, it's a second home, so there's no premium. You shouldn't have to pay a premium. You know, some customers have said to me, "Well, I hear the cottage mortgages are more expensive," and then go to another bank or contact a mortgage broker, because they're not more expensive.
Nor should they be.
The pricing is the exact same as it should be on your normal mortgage.
Okay, what if, and I know this happens a lot, there are people who live here in the Ottawa side, they have their homes in Ontario, but a lot of people have cottages in Quebec, not far off, right, on lakes and so on in Quebec. Does that change anything about how you go about your business?
Not at all. Absolutely not. Quebec,
just
Ontario,
the taxes are
doesn't
different.
matter. Just the taxes are different. The notary instead of a lawyer. But apart from that, there's no difference whatsoever. As far as the banks are concerned, it's all on the strength of the borrower, so the person that's borrowing, and as long as the property meets their guidelines. Doesn't matter whether it's in Quebec or Ontario.
I also know that a lot of people, not a lot, but some people split the cost of a cottage with a friend, another family, what have you. You got to work that out between yourselves?
Well, you got to get a contract in place, and that's the one thing that I've always said is even with families, sometimes you'll buy it with your brother, your sister, or cousin. Make sure you have something in writing that if one of you decide to get out of that contract, that you've got it written right up front, here's what's going to happen if that were the case.
And make sure it's friendly.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's the way to go.
Absolutely.
Good advice. Listen, if you have any more questions on that, call Frank Napolitano and his team at mortgagebrokersottawa.com. His team is the Ottawa Senators.
Go Sens, I'm wearing red.
It's not the Toronto Maple Leafs at all.
No.
It was the Boston Bruins last night, though.
Could have been bad. I could have worn my Bruin jersey. I didn't.
No, you
out of respect.
That's a good friend.